All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. This is kind of a special one because I'm actually going to do a long-term view instead of my normal daily, weekly, short-term views, okay? So we're going to start on the monthly, look at the quarterly and the yearly because this is actually a really good time to do it, right? Friday was the end of the month, so that this is now done, and on Monday we're going to see a new candle on the monthly. Friday was the end of Q1, so the quarterly candle is done, and we're going to see a new one on Monday. And hey, yearly, we're obviously nowhere near the end, but we've just rounded first base, right? So let's see, did we get tagged out, or are we trying to look at second now, right? So that's the thought. This one is the lower tier AI stocks, okay? And I say that with respect, okay? I've compared these to basically the Mullen, the Lucid, the Polestar, the ChargePoint, the EVgo, the Solo. I mean, we want to see who's that tier 2 and tier 3. And let's be honest, tier 2 and 3 can actually make way bigger percents than tier 1, which I'm kind of calling AI, Palantir, Nvidia, maybe AMD. I'm kind of seeing where that one plays out. But yeah, these might move more, but I think the other ones are just going to be a little more slow and steady, right? And again, AI dropping 21 kind of shows you what slow and steady might look like for this hot sector, in my opinion, all right? So yeah, with all that said, look, a couple things. If you can please like and subscribe, it really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But hey, I sincerely appreciate you watching this nonetheless, okay? And these are simply my opinions. I'm a little better at long term I'm a little better at short term than long term, but you'll see. It's really the same thoughts and analysis, okay? So also keep in mind that these are a little bit newer. So yeah, monthly is a lot smaller than the other ones were. Obviously quarterly and yearly are going to be the same thing. So let's get into it, okay? Obviously we start again on the monthly not that well, right? We nice little pop, drop, go horizontal, drop. We've seen that so often. We make a really strong move over and breaking the 8 moving average. And hey, this was not a horrible candle at all. Obviously, it could have been better, but it does two things. It stays over the 8, it stays over 50%, and really, it actually even stays, it does. It stays over the bottom of this guy. That's really cool. I'll take that. I would have loved more, don't get me wrong, but I'll take it. Like I said, maybe we'll come down to here. I could see Sound Hound coming down to, let's call it 250, 260. Maybe worst case, 245. And you know what, 245 actually kind of lines up with 50% too, so maybe 245. However, breaking this 308, I'm seeing a real quick climb actually to here. We'll see how important this 350 is. Maybe 350 will be a bit of an important one, but honestly, I think breaking this 308 will give it enough juice to go up, because that's pretty important in terms of the plateau, the horizontal right there, right? So again, keep 245, keep, what were the numbers? My bad. I already forgot them. Shit. Keep 245, keep, what was this bad boy? 260. All right, that's pretty much the same thing. 245 and 260. Let's call it 250. All right, that's all we need. And then obviously we have this one. Cool. Okay, let's go into the quarterly. All right, interesting. So I got, first off, did we break that? We did break that. Hell yeah. So we broke 50% of this guy on the quarter, and we got ourselves over the bottom of that guy on the corner. I think 260 again comes out. This obviously is 258, 259. I think 260 might be the lowest Sound Hound goes, but we might actually really quickly climb to 308 over the next couple months in this quarter, right? Because now we're in the quarterly. It's going to take 3 months to fill it. And if we break 325, that bad boy will fly. Was that supposed to be another number I was supposed to remember on the monthly? What were you right there? You're 350. Okay, 325 and 350 are going to be something. I think this might say 325 could be a little. Oh, it's actually 328, 330. I think 330 will be a good number. I'm not getting rid of that 308 line. I still very much believe it. But yeah, after 330, this bad boy might actually get a real good run because we got no resistance here, right? These lines definitely don't matter on this single one, right? So, and then what do we look like on the yearly? Look, it's literally been a year and a half or a year and a quarter that this thing's been alive, right? And I have no idea where in the year this started, but we're making our way up, right? Hopefully we can finish around 380, 398, excuse me, maybe $4, get 50% candle. Again, though, if it goes any higher, that's obviously better. And this thing is kind of saying, look, you might, I think keep expectations realistic here around 420, 425. But yeah, if 460 breaks, man, it's basically a run to $9, give or take, right? And obviously silly things happen after that. But yeah, overall, I like this. Still super early in the life, but there's reasons to believe if the AI sector keeps going, if this thing can actually keep going above the 8, man, the nastiest trade would be like I think 355 to this 8. I think that's kind of the loudest thing that's jumping out. So GFAI. Oh, this is a lot. This has more candles. Didn't expect that. Oh man, this bad boy was in the hundreds. I did not know that. Oh, I never zoomed out on this guy. Interesting. All right, where are we here? We are under the 8 moving average. I think this might be the first of the 4 that's under it on the monthly. Just real quick, AI is over. PLTR is over. We just looked at SoundHound. That's over. I'm going to skip ahead real quick. BBAI, are you over? You are over too. And then who's the next one? Bullfrog, do you even have one here? No, yeah, you're super new. Interesting. So, Guard Force is the only one in the sector that's actually under the 8 moving average still on the monthly. March was not good enough. And actually, look, there was a silly day of 45%. Not taking that away, I think I actually saw after hours it kept going up too. But it's been a bad month here. The month actually ended at an almost 8% loss after regaining almost 50%. I think most of that candle literally happened on Friday, right? So, I think keep that in your back pocket. But what do I like? I like that we're over that for sure. We cracked that. Where are we near? We couldn't get over 50%. It looked like it wanted to, but yeah, I think getting over. Where did you close? Where did you yeah, 782 is going to be a real interesting place. And honestly, I will love this stock at 883 once it gets over. And then what's the top of you? Yeah, 883, because that's a good move to the next one. And so 883 is where Guard Force can really go next level. All right, let's get over the 8 moving average like the rest of them, right? And then let's hopefully go next level as you're over the 8 moving average, like I think the rest of them are going to do, right? But kind of, I didn't expect that, but at the same time, I actually didn't know that this thing was over 100, right? And there are only 3 green candles on the monthly, right? One of them, if you can break 14, there's a lot of reason you're starting into the, there's a lot happening here if it manifests, okay? And I always say it, do not think about $100 when you're at single digits, all right? Just perspective, man. Just wait for us to get over this, wait for us to get into double digits, wait, you know what I mean? Like just keep expectations realistic. But yeah, RSI is definitely super low. We do not 1, 2, 3, 4. Next month we'll see where the red line is. Hopefully it's under us right now. Not quite upward, but again, it was a bad month, right? Hopefully it's more of an showing of the cards that the next month is going to be better, right? But I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I actually really am. I learned a lot about this stock on this single monthly, in all honesty. Quarterly. Where are we at? I'm cool with this quarterly. Why? I hope you see it already. We're basically at 50% candle. That's honest. Oh my goodness. This next quarter, for real, could come here. I think maybe Coming to 14 might make a little more sense because we'll take the first 1.5 and then we'll take the next 1.5. But Jesus, now that we've taken 50% here, the next place is 50% here, then the next place is 50% here, then the real first place is 42. So, my. I'm very, very curious to see what this quarter looks like. And obviously, we've now come back very hard with volume. Can you imagine if next quarter breaks that volume number? If we can trade 19 million onward in the next quarter, it seems kind of realistic because, okay, we traded 18 million. What did more than 10% of it came right here. You know what I mean? So just, yeah, and it came in a few little pockets. So this is an interesting one. I'm telling you, I'm actually personally learning a lot on this one. So nice. Well, did I talk about the numbers it might come down to? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure. Let's maybe at least use 680 if it was gonna come down 50% of that candle. But yeah, I mean, I'm let me go back. Let me go back to the monthly because I don't remember if I talked about that. 680. What number are you? 645. Yeah. Okay. 630, 680. Let's call it 650. If this thing was going to come down a little bit, I can see it coming at 650. But yeah, like I said, there's reasons for it to look like it wants to go upward for sure. Let's look at the yearly here. I wish this was a better yearly, but again, it's still early, right? Let's say this is the first quarter. Let's say next kind of couple quarters do a little better. We actually might come to this again, $14 end of the year. I think that's an interesting target to put here. It looks like a 2x on this guy for sure. So liking what I'm seeing for sure. Liking what I'm seeing for sure. Going a little bit longer than I want to, but I actually want to keep the four of these together. And honestly, I don't think the other ones have a lot of info to look at. So BBAI, okay, not a lot of interest happening here, right? Whole lot of trading under the 8. Nice little moment here, but clearly doesn't do what it wanted to do. We've seen this before. It goes over, it comes down, goes over, it comes down. That come down was significantly worse than those, right? Because we're still over the 8. We're still over 50%, which is probably around here. I mean, this could be a lot better, but it definitely could be much, much worse, right? If I was to say where this might come down to, I would say around the 8 moving average at the 181 mark. So like literally right here, this 187 line, I think is a realistic maybe if it was going to come down one more time. I'm surprised the RSI kind of looks like this. This actually isn't that good compared to the other ones. Hey, it's at least over the 8. That's something that Guard Force couldn't quite do. But I think of the other ones over the 8, this is kind of the saddest RSI, and this actually doesn't even have a MACD just yet, right? So interesting. I think I was expecting a little bit more from this bad boy, actually, because my initial focus was obviously here, but as you kind of look at the rest, you know what I mean? Again, it might come down here. Where are we sitting right now? Look, we have to get over 328. Sorry, I think I clicked somewhere. Yeah, we have to get over 328, 327, whatever. This is what it closed at before we can actually start thinking about coming to the 5. Because I can see that the 50 moving average the 20 moving average is pretty much at 5. So get over that. A lot of reason to believe you'll come to 5, crack 5, and I mean, this goes next level once it breaks 10, right? You start talking about all-time highs, and there's not a lot of candles in the way, right? It's kind of just this and that. So, and really, it's just that. $5 is kind of the money line on this stock for sure. Again, this kind of says, hey, maybe we'll come down a 50% candle at 129. I think that's too low. I think maybe this will stop it at the lowest. 164. What's the bottom of you? 160. I think 160 is the lowest it'll come. I still think 187 is probably the lowest it actually would come. I think this line probably has a little bit more weight than these two red lines, honestly, right? But I'll still hold this at the low. And again, this actually says we might be working our way right here, right? Because what did we do? We took 1.5. Let's try to take the next 1.5, right? That's literally what I said on the last couple of these. So quarterly's looking strong. Again, it's talking about 5. And yeah, once we're at 5, I still say that's the money line to like next level stuff here. So Looking at the yearly, we're only a quarter of the way there and we're already halfway here, right? Break that 5 and this is so insignificant compared to this, right? All the work is here. What's that number actually? 566. I don't know if I want to draw a line right here or not, but just yeah, 566 is the money line on BBAI. Gotta love it. Okay, last but not least, but actually kind of least because it is literally the newest of the stocks, all right? It's only been trading for 2 months, okay? Horrible down. Hey, not too bad. I obviously wish we got a little closer to 50%, but hey, going up is better than going down, right? This might come to 318. I could see 318 being realistic, but yeah, I think the next real target here is actually 4. I think 4 is almost perfectly 50%. I mean, roughly between 5 and 3 is what it's at, right? So, yeah, I can see 4 being our target and then 320 being there. And again, if you've only been trading for 2 months, what does that mean? You do not have a quarterly. I mean, I guess you're okay. You do have a quarterly. You were in it for 2 of 3, so I guess it did this. But yeah, next month is really going to be the start of the first quarterly, right? That's probably what I'm more interested in. So. Yeah, I think that's actually it. I'm not really going to look at the yearly because it's not going to look like much. It's actually probably going to look exactly like that if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, exactly. So, cool. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've seen that long term works as well for this stack. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Bye.